Hello and welcome to this special edition Hunter Rye, Canadian Hunter Rye Revisited. So a few years ago we reviewed this 90 proof product. I never could find out when it was introduced. But I know that Canadian Hunter was introduced in 1984, so it's not older than that. And that was introduced by Seagram's Distilling Company in supposed to be Canadian whiskey for the 80s. That didn't really go over so well, I guess, because they sold it off to Sazerac in 1989. It's no longer Seagram's Canadian Hunter. Today it's just Canadian Hunter. So this says imported Hunter Rye. It's got a black and white label, like gray, and then in the bullet, the bottom of the bullet, it says Canadian Hunter 90 proof. Canadian whiskey, a blend, imported and bottled by Sazerac Company, Frankfort, Kentucky. That's Buffalo Trace Distillery. That's where they're bottling that in this bottle that they use for Canadian Hunter. McAfee's Old Number 8, Ancient Age, and so forth. It's a standard Sazerac bottle. Now there's a write-up on the side. Hunter Rye 90 proof, because there's no website. Hunter Rye 90 proof has been crafted to deliver the perfect balance of rye spice and smooth finish. It goes best with the great outdoors. Inside, the light of the stars, it's daytime, or just sitting around a warm fire. I had a space heater on, electric heat, swapping stories with friends. Man, remember that time we went to that Van Halen concert? We got tickets on the 4th row for the regular price. Van Hagar concert, 1986. Remember that? That's actually a true story. We did go to see Van Halen, and for whatever reason, the ticket booth lady, what do you call it? The ticket lady, she says, "Y'all seem like nice boys." I said, "We are nice boys." She said, "You want to sit on the 4th row?" I said, "Well, I can't afford tickets like that." She said, "Nah, I'll give them to you on the 4th row for the regular price." I said, "We'll take it." So we got 3 tickets on the 4th row for, I have the ticket stub down there, $13.50 a ticket. So that's my sitting around the space heater story. Bachman Turner Overdrive was the opening act, which I was very pleased about that because I didn't know who the opening act was. It didn't say on the ticket. Like, it was just like a surprise. I said, "Yeah, they were so big in the 80s. I mean, the 70s." And I recognize all the classic songs, and everybody else was just going to get snacks and stuff. And I said, "Man, that's the way it goes, though. You have your heyday, and then you have your opening act days, and then your county fair days, and whatnot." All right. Didn't Randy Bachman have something to do with another Canadian band in the 60s? Okay. And then it became BTO. All right. It's amber. It's a standard mass production product, so it's going to have uniform alcohol eggs. It's brewed at Sazerac Canada, which I think is their Montreal distillery. But it's bottled at Buffalo Trace in Frankfort, Kentucky. All right, and I never saw it in this parish. I did find it in Orleans Parish at Broadway Liquors, but they only had the small bottles for a good price at first. The second time, a bad price. I said, "No way." I said, "Oh well." They had it nowhere in this area. And we went to Arlington, Texas last year, and we were on the old United States Highway 80, but now Texas Highway 180, because when they finished the Interstate 20, they chopped off 80 to end at the Dallas city limits and then the rest of it, they just called it 180, Texas 180, and then Interstate 20 business route, but business loop, but it was an old national highway. And I said, let's go to Warehouse Liquors, and I found some beers I was interested in. I didn't really find much liquor or anything that caught my eye, but then this did. I said, oh, Hunter Rye. I told my friend David, I said, $11.99, I'm buying that, which is a good price. I checked online. Some places got it for $9.99. Some got it for like $17.99. No way, I wouldn't have bought it for $17.99. But $9.99 is the great price. $11.99 is the normal price, I guess you'd say. All right, so let's check out this rye whiskey, blended whiskey, but rye oriented. Not a classic. Canadian Hunter's sort of a classic. All right. Being that it's been on the market 38 years. Well, does it smell like rye whiskey more than just Canadian whiskey? Regular Canadian blend. I guess it's got a little high rye nose. It's kind of reminding me of Old Overholt, which that's only 80 proof, but it's almost like bread in the nose, like a brown bread crust. Well, bread's made from grains, whiskey's made from grains, so cheers. Okay, there is a rye spice, but then it's got that very telltale Sazerac, as John Anille would call it, almond extract thingy going on. Get that with Canadian Hunter, Canadian Lake. Well, no, I had Canadian Lake. Canadian Leaf, he said Canadian Lake has it. James Fox, which I have an unopened bottle of that, and so forth. They just have like a house style, and he said like almond extract. They're not using almond extract, all right, but there's something, I think it's a white rum that they're blending into it, because they can have these up to 9.9% flavor additives in these Canadian products. And it's not as pronounced. It's there, assuredly. Then you have the rye, and then you got the higher proof, the 90 proof. How does it stack up against some of these back here? From recollection now, I hadn't done blind taste test yet. Sazerac rye, haha, no way, can never compete. But we'll try it, blind, be fair. Dickel rye, that's not even a straight rye. Well, this is not a straight rye. Oh, this is a blend. That's just rye whiskey, not straight rye. Different rules about that. Yeah, no, it won't compete. Crown Royal, Northern Harvest rye, haha, haha, no. It'll get massacred against, because Crown Royal Northern Harvest rye might be the best rye I've had. But, we'll see. And that's the great value of the blind taste test, because you get confused sometimes. You think, I know, and then you find out, I don't really know. I thought I did. So I don't need any more. I'm going to save some for the written reviews on Total Wine and More and distiller.com. I like it. I don't love it. I wish it had more of a rye note and less of that Sazerac Canadian whiskey house style, which I don't mind. I'm saying I don't mind that. To me, it tastes good. It's just peculiar, but it's of their ilk. So when you do these the only ones that don't really have that is Seagram's VO, which Crown Royal acquired, and so yeah, well, because they're using somebody else's recipe. The Seagram's Hunter, they just converted it into their house style. Seagram's VO Gold, no, it doesn't have that, and the Rich and Rare Reserve does not have that. All the rest, Rich and Rare, Canadian Limited, I can just keep naming them. They have that somewhat that idiosyncratic house style thingy, as I called it. So, but this, I think it's good. even very good. So I'll go 88 out of 100, 8.8 out of 10. Not the most fantastic, wonderful thing ever, but then of course it's $9.99 if you catch a lucky break, or $11.99 normally. So can't complain. So laissez-les bon temps relais. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Buffalo Trace Distillery in Frankfort, Kentucky, where you will definitely not see them bottling Canadian whiskey.